Hey, what's going on, everybody? So here today with a little double feature. So I have my Guild War video from this last Guild War posted just now, making this as it's uploading actually. So if you haven't watched that, it's a doozy. I'm such a pig, bro. Anyways, so we're gonna talk about the limited unit and RD selector that's just coming out after the patch. So essentially, again, like just like the last one, this is from a Guild War standpoint. So again, I can't really talk about arena. I can't talk about RTA. I can obviously I know things like just generally good. Some things are just generally good. And yeah, it's not bad to have. But really from like a Guild War standpoint, like if you are only playing Guild War, only care about Guild War, obviously that's what I'm here to talk about because that's all I care about and all I do. It would not be fair for me to represent other areas of content. So this is my opinion, and it is again Guild War focused. So if anyone's like, hey, seen it's great in RTA, that's congrats, bro. Pick that one. I don't care. I barely play that shit. I'm actually trying to learn, but again, we're here for Guild War. So, obviously up top we have Renok. So Renok and her artifact. If you do not have Renok, if you do not have her artifact, just put Renok as one of your three. That is a must-have for Guild War. Her artifact is definitely just best on her in most and like almost every situation. Again, characters find in other areas of content. Obviously, it doesn't take a lot to know that Renok is really good in RTA still. So if you don't have Renok, don't have her artifact, put Renok on. End of story. Next tab is going to be both the unit and the artifact is good. So going through this list, there's like a lot of familiar faces, a lot of things that you expect to see. The reason that let's say Yenya. So we still use Yenya every once in a while for Guild War. I use her arty more than I use her. I would say like her arty's good on some other characters for like certain attacks, for sure. But obviously her arty is also best in slot for her. I don't. I mean, the Harsetti kind of fell out of favor, but it's still nice to have a Yenya. If you don't have Yenya, but you have like most of the things, it's definitely worth picking her up, putting her on there. Um, but yeah, Yenya's not bad. I use her every now and then. Ahmed, I don't use Ahmed very often, but Ahmed is very good. I'm not fast. Again, in Guild War, if you're fast and you can just Ahmed cleave stuff, it's so free most of the time. It's like nowadays there's more traps for other things besides just cleave. People like a lot of tank downs kind of coming out now too. So cleaving isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's definitely safer on like after following a scout if you just know the information, just cleave it. Less room for error that way. But yeah, Mama's very good. Her artifact's very good. Obviously, it's like a whale arty, so you need to have it maxed out to get your crit damage buff and everything. So shout out to that. Love that for us. Next is Flan. Flan's still pretty good. Definitely not as like oppressive as she used to be. Her artifact very strong on her. I don't really know anyone else that wants to use her artifact. Like for Guild War, I've never clicked on anyone besides her. But yeah, I think Flan's still worth picking up if you don't have a Flan. She's pretty good. A lot of fun, and like sometimes like she's still just like there's like random comps you'll find even like in top three where you're like, hey, I can just Harsetti Flan this. So random niche unit there. A little. I say niche. Used to be very good. Now she's kind of like got thrown into a niche category. But very good unit. Next is Frida. Again, cleaving. If you don't have Frida, her artifact is very good. Also, I use what is it, Spotted Mouse Hair Tie all the time. So artifact alone is very strong, and then the unit itself is also very strong. Again, I don't use it ever in my attacks. I don't cleave like that, but Frida is very good. If you don't have Frida, don't have her artifact, and you're a faster player, want to cleave, definitely get it. DN. DN is very good to have on your selector list, especially if you pulled MLDN. Limited unit with obviously a very, very strong ML unit, especially if you have Zio and Teiyu. If you have Zio and Teiyu and you have MLDN, you should put normal DN on your tier list selector because one, our artifact is fucking sick, and two, the imprints will be very nice. Also, if you don't have a DN, I still use DN every now and then. DN's not like a bad character by any means. It's just her ML version is so strong. So DN very good. Moving on to Fida. Fida is pretty versatile. I'd say her artifact is very good. Extra F, especially like when she has F imprints, so you can stack a lot of F on Fida. Um, She's good on defense. She's like kind of annoying to attack into on certain defenses. So you can definitely run her on defense. You can run her on some offense teams if you want to just like fix damage them down. Very strong character, I would say. Very good in RTA too, just from like the limited stuff I've seen. So Fida's not a bad choice at all. I think if you don't have Fida or her artifact, definitely worth picking up. And then last on this list, I have Lethe. This is very subjective though. Obviously, this season Lethe's been like my MVP. I spam the fuck out of Lethe. I love this character. The one comp you can use her in is so much fun. Just because I feel like we've never used this character before. And like I'm still not tired of it. Every time I can use Lethe, I'm using Lethe. Like my last video, I used her like what 4 times, five out of my 6 attacks. I had Lethe in there. I love, dude. She's so fun. She's so fun. If you have Nurse Ilanav and you don't have Lethe, you might as well just put her on there. and see if this like the Jesus Nurse Setsuka defense sticks around for a bit longer. You know, I think for now, outside of that, I don't know what you're using her for, but holy shit, is she a monster in that comp, dude? It's so fun. If you guys have like, I mean, obviously you guys have seen all my attacks. It speaks for itself. Her artifact's good by itself though. Specifically like on maybe Corvus, or like Alencia. Not that we use Alencia anymore in Guild War, but on ML Aria, it can definitely be good. More of like an RTA thing for sure. Then obviously on Lethe. So definitely worth picking up Lethe and her artifacts if you have like the room to do so. I think she's probably lower prio, especially if you're missing Nurse Ilnav. Don't even worry about it. If you're missing Nurse, just don't get this character. Lethe's not good without Nurse. Don't get it twisted. Lethe's not broken. It's only because Nurse is really good, but she's just a lot of fun. As far as the unit good, didn't really have anything. As far as arty good, so obviously Warfare sets out. Laya got an EE. Still don't see too much Laya. I think Laya's like fine character. We're not using her in Guild War, but she's like probably okay still in other areas of content. I know she's like had like her season in RTA, kind of fell to the meta. Sweet Miracles fucking sick though. I have like 4 Sweet Miracles and only one of them is max, so I need more back Sweet Miracles. That is a very good arty to have. So the artifact on Laya is very strong. The problem is though, is that I have an SSS Laya and then I also have an S Laya because I whaled on a previous banner and I got no artifacts. I just got Layas. So I wish that went the other way around. But yeah, Laya's really got a really good arty here. So if you don't have Laya, you don't have Sweet Miracle rather, it could be worth picking up depending what else you're looking for or what else you're missing. I think these definitely come above that. Depending how many of these units you're missing, but Sweet Miracle is very good. Same thing with Fairy Tale for a Nightmare. I really only kind of use that like on Harsetti, maybe on Solitaria, but it's still nice to have. I have a max one, and it's very nice just to have that like in the account. When you need it, I think it's a very good artifact. The unit itself, whatever, artifact's very good. And then Luluka. So we have Lulucar here. She also got an EE recently, and I think there was like some use of her on like RTA or something, and like she immediately died again. I don't know what happened. But Soulcon's really good. I haven't used Soulcon in a long time, but I mean like Soulcon's a pretty good artifact to have, just like for Guild War purposes and other purposes as well. It's good like an RTA, of course. But Soulcon's not bad to have at all. I have like 3 copies, I think. It's never really hurts to have more Soulcons. I would say a lot of Soul Reavers do want it, especially if you're like trying to be anti-cleave or whatever. So yeah, if you don't have Soulcon, you have a lot of the other stuff. You can definitely put this on there. But like Lulucar herself was pretty bad. And then Cerise, outside of like, what is it called? Expo. We're not clicking this unit. This unit sucks. Her artifact, I think her artifact, okay, me personally, I have her in already good because I know like if you're faster, you like cleave, you use like Briar, fast Briar. Oh my god, my Briar's 330 speed. I need to have fucking guiding light on it. Yeah, dude, good for you. My Briar's like 304. I think guiding light's a waste of time because I have never used it in my life. I think maybe the one character I have it on for RTA purposes is Veronica, and in Guild War you don't use guiding light on Veronica. So Guild War standpoint, Cerise is definitely just down here, but just like understanding how the game works and like obviously guiding light is a good artifact in RTA, but for Guild War she's going down here. So that's why I had her up there initially, so I remember to talk about her. But yeah, Guild War, shit character, shit artifact. Yeah. Next one, like both units are okay. These can probably be argued for like maybe going in like unit good or whatever. But I think like Tori and her artifacts are like fine. I would not put it up here with like good, like you need to have it. Tori had her time in the meta. Guild War, like sometimes she's still fun to use in Guild War because like you can just put immunity on and it can't be debuffed, so it's like she's pretty safe. Her artifact is actually kind of good too. It's good on Spirit Eye Celine. You really wouldn't use it on Guild War too often, but maybe like for RTA, who knows? Next is Landy. Obviously, Landy got a buff. I think maybe for RTA she'd probably be better, maybe higher prio with all the buffs and stuff people are running nowadays. But Guild War, man, when are we clicking Landy in Guild War? We're not. We did click her like a couple seasons ago. But yeah, I don't know. Landy's okay. Gala is one of those characters too, where it's like, I don't know, dude. Every time I see someone use Gala, they just turbo ends because like they don't kill by like 2k HP or whatever, and it's like the math is wrong. This character is so bait sometimes. If you don't know what you're doing, man, don't get Gala. If you can't do damage calcs and like do math, Gala's gonna bait you into so many attacks. Gala is a cool ass character. The Harardi's alright. Maybe honestly Gala goes in unit good because I don't know when I even use Gala Arty on anyone. Maybe like Techron for RTA, but again for Guild War, I'm not doing that. So, you know, honestly, Gala's probably in unit good. I think her artifact is pretty mid. Maybe for RTA it's better, but again, Guild War focused video. We're not fucking using Gala Arty in Guild War unless like a defense BBK or something cope. Luna is just imprints. Her artifact, actually, Uberia's Tooth is like fine actually. It's like maybe she can go on like already good, but really she's kind of just here for imprints. I think if you have like some tomes just better. Um, but having like a plus 30 tooth isn't bad, like especially like for ML Payra since you can crit or whatever. You know, some of those characters that just randomly crit also. Tooth isn't bad to have. I just don't think she's worth putting on there. Unless you're like, I have everything besides Tooth and Luna imprints, then like, okay, great. You have your answer. These units, I don't even want to talk about these units. There's nothing good going on down here, especially, I already talked about Cerise, but like, okay, Summertime Assyria, if you're clicking this unit in Guild War, like, you need to be fucking locked up, dude. You're just asking to get 15% for no fucking reason. Stop. Bro, stop stop clicking this character. I don't want to hear it. I don't give a fuck. Uh, Summertime Assyria is ass. Um, Same thing with Blooming Litica. Like, what? She's kind of cool. At least she's hot. Blooming Litica's hot. She's all right. Again, you just get resisted though, and then it's like, well, sick. If you're a cleaver, bro, and you're like, oh, I love these two characters, good for you. I'll never click on that shit in my life, and this is bait. So, Biblis kind of just doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Artifact kind of doesn't do anything. She doesn't really do anything. Um, unless you're in Potato Farm. Oh my god, who entered the Biblis? Someone entered the Biblis in Potato Farm once. Oh man, I don't want to like get the name wrong, so I'll ask. I'll ask and I'll update next video maybe. Someone actually entered to a Biblis once upon a time, so. Um, Seaside Bologna, she's like okay. I wouldn't say I'd use her for Guild War. Maybe like you still pick her in RTA. I have no idea. I don't think you do. I think Drink. Okay, Drink is like an okay arty, right? But like if you put Drink against other arties here, like you're really gonna pick SSB for Drink over other shit. Just put like one on your Briar. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. Um, so yeah, I think SSB is like cool. She's got like a really cool kit. I don't think you really use her ever. And like Drink is just a shit arty. I mean, maybe I don't. Maybe I'm not a knower. Maybe Drink is best in slot on someone. I've never once been like, man, I wish I had Drink here. So anyway, Sharklet's actually getting a buff or like an EE change, or just an EE rather. So she has like speed and stuff. Again, I don't really know when we're gonna pick Sharklet. I don't think I've ever used mature sunglasses. I know it just got buffed also. I don't know if there's like gonna be the start of like Charlotte getting like just turbo buffed over and over and over again. So maybe she needs to go all the way up here. But for now, I don't think you prio Charlotte at all. I've never used mature sunglasses. I'll never use Charlotte. Yeah, this unit is kind of irrelevant. And then Holiday Euphine, Champions Trophies like okay for random traps. I feel like it's not the best. It's definitely not good enough to put her in the already good slot. But this character is good for Trials of Constellation on Perdition. So there's that. But yeah, Guild War purposes, we're not doing that. So yeah, I think these characters are. We don't even look at these for Guild War purposes. If some of you guys have used these characters in Guild War and you fucking love them or something, let me know. If anyone says he's Caesarea, I'm not even gonna interact with you. That's a lie. Character sucks. Uh, but anyway, and then can't select the most recent one, so we can't select any of these guys, of course. Bro, if you could select Hua-Young or Aram, holy shit, this would be the best selector ever. Next year, when we can do this again, it's gonna be Hua-Young Aram for sure. Um, but yeah. So as far as like what I'm picking, so I'm gonna scroll down a little bit to just show. I'm picking DN again because I have Emerald DN on my account and I want more for Artifact. I only have one. I like to get like level that first one up and get another one just to have it. Maybe just have three for whatever reason. Maybe more people want it. And then Ahmed. I'm slow, but I have Ahmed Artifact and I have Ahmed, but my Artifact is not leveled whatsoever. So I'm probably gonna pick Ahmed here and just maybe get some imprints. I definitely want more Arties though because I want to just like get one maxed one, and I don't really want to bottle it. So we'll just see if I can get it. Probably not. But and then as far as like what else, like the other three I'm thinking of. So again, I mentioned I want more Sweet Miracles for sure. I really don't want more Lias though is the problem. So this is like kind of scary for me because if I get more Lias, I'm gonna be really sad. Um, Fairy Tale, I have one max one. I don't know if I need a second one. Maybe it'd be nice to like a plus 15 on Harsetti or Solitaria or like flop them or whatever. But I don't know if I need two. I don't know if I want to waste a slot on her. Lethe, I would actually just do for imprints and also just Prayer of Solitudes. I have one max Prayer of Solitude. I want more. Um, and then Setsuka, obviously not a limited character, but holy shit, man, I have one Lethal Whispers and I have one Setsuka, and this character is so good still. So I think it might be DN, Ahmed, and Setsuka, which seems a little bit troll, but like when you're desperate, bro, and the wish list took all of your Sky Stones and didn't give you anything, you do desperate things, you know. So we'll see, but definitely these two, and then +1. We'll figure that out when we get there. But yeah, I think that's pretty much sums it up. Again, Guild War perspective only. Don't really care about anything else. But if you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to ask. If you guys have any other opinions, like what other things that should go somewhere else, maybe, feel free to reply. Again, I don't want to hear about Caesarea, bro. Keep that to yourself. Don't out yourself as a Caesarea enjoyer. Everyone's gonna know. We're all gonna point and laugh. But yeah, all right. Until next Guild War video, where we do not have any incidences, and we'll be back. Peace.